Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Super Sudokoid Dark Inversion, where we have our final boss puzzle. On a huge throne sits a tiny alien. Work is smaller than you expected, perhaps a brains over brawn type. The warlord cackles as you approach. Outsider, he screeches, and his grin turns wicked. You're expected. Soldiers pour out from all sides, lining up around you. There is a madness behind Work's eyes, all 7 of them. You have one chance. I challenge you to a duel, he says loud and clear. A puzzlo duel, where both parties compete to solve a puzzle first. Forces the loser to submit to the winner, and as puzzlo leader, Work cannot back out of this one. Very well. If he is surprised, he doesn't show it. I accept. Soon, 2 puzzles are set before you. But what is this? Someone has erased almost all the clues from your copy of the puzzle. You see Work smirk, clearly aware of this, but two can play at this game, and while you're only using your drones as platforms, they do come equipped with cameras. Soon, you have several pictures of Work's puzzle on your helmet's interface. Place the digits 1 through 9 in each row, column, and box. The 9 boxes to the right each correspond to a box in your puzzle, but you have to figure out which goes where. They may be rotated. All the clues are identical to clues you've seen in the main puzzle. Okay, this seems nightmarish. So are we just given that box 1 is correct? Because my concern is, what if this one is the one that goes here, and I don't know. So I'm going to see if I can do this without assuming that, but I'm going to be mad at the end if it turns out I was supposed to assume that, because it definitely doesn't say that. Okay, and note they can be rotated, but they can't, so let's see, I'm gonna label these. So this could, by my account, it can be flavor 1. I think I'm gonna corner mark this 1. Can't be 2, unless no, it definitely can't be 2. Can be 7 or it can be 9. This cell here needs to have a flowing off the grid German whisper that we can connect to it. We can definitely connect 2 to it. We can't connect 1 because we're allowed to rotate. We're not allowed to flip. It does clarify. That's the only clarification in the extended version, is that you can rotate but not flip. So this could be 2 if we rotated it 270 degrees, so that line matched up with that one. Can't be 3, 4. There's no way I can make that 5 work. Can't be 6, 7, 8, or 9. Is that all right? Can it really only be 2? I feel like it can only be 2. But then where am I putting the rest of these? Oh, no, it can be, sorry. Oh, it just can't be 9. That's what I'm missing. Okay, so with the clarification in the rules that they can't be flipped and only rotated, it actually makes clear what's happening. Because 9 just doesn't look like this. This is a flipped version of 9. With 9, the thing would go there. So that's actually not a 9. This is actually definitely a 1 or a 7. Once we've got the no flippy flip. But unfortunately, 9 can go here. So there's always an extended green line down here. And then it... Oh, sorry. No, that's not true. Sorry. This one can be 9. The green line always, of course, extends at least to here, but then we don't know if it extends this way a bunch, or instead just goes down there and finishes. Okay, here's an interesting thing to notice about these thermos. These 3 thermos all need a bulb. We only have 2 bulbs, which means I definitely connect a bulb to this thermo, but also connect one of these 2 to it. Which means that there's a length 9 thermo in this grid. And that length 9 thermo, I guess I could have just argued it needs an end and it needs a bulb, so it gets one of these. So there's definitely a length 9 thermo, which means, unfortunately, I need to write that one of these 2 things has a 1 in it wherever they go. So I kind of want to corner mark a 1 in here, which is somewhat screwing with my whole notation of how all of this is working. But I think I'm probably supposed to corner mark a 1 in there and just accept that it's a little bit weird. Okay, so if 2 is the one that's really here, then it's rotated 180 degrees, which puts a whisper running off this way and a thermo running down here. Now, that thermo certainly could not then extend to be the length 9 one. It would have to be only that, because otherwise it would break the German whisper. Oh, okay. One of these tips needs to be 7, 8, 9. And because of the fact that one of these is the end of a length 9 thermo. And it's not this one. Because if I make this 7, 8, 9, then I can no longer make this whisper work, because I only have 1 high digit left and it's a 6, but I can't put 6 in the middle of the whisper. So actually, in tile 1, these are a 7, 8, 9. Which means that these are actually a 1, 6 pair, and we actually, because of the way it works, we actually know where the 6 goes. That's a 6 and that's a 1. So we actually know what a bunch of the digits look like. So let's see. If this were... Yeah, this would be 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is what this would look like if this were tile 1, which is eminently reasonable. So the other option is that this is 7, and there's a white dot here. So these 2 cells are always consecutive. It's just in one case they happen to be consecutive and also be exactly... Oh, no, sorry, it's not quite right, sorry. It's these 2 or these 3 or what's going on. So in the world where this is actually 2, can this really be 1? Because we'd have a 7, 8, 9 here, and if this is 2, remember that looks like this. where this would go again. So we're imagining the world where this is 1 and this is 2. And I think that doesn't work. Oh, I mean, 1 and 2 just, I guess, no. Yeah, 1 and 2, if they go together with this connecting to that. And in that universe, again, this is sort of like if you imagine you could rotate this 90 degrees this way, this would go low, high, and this would now be looking at that 7, 8, 9, so this would also be a 6 with a 1 there. If I did connect these two, it's probably okay. We do know, by the way, I might as well fill in for this one, that these are 2, 6, these are 3, 5, and this is a 4, always. I don't know how instantly useful that is, but it seems worth remarking upon at the very least. Oh, I just can't rotate this to connect in that way, right? Oh no, I could rotate this and connect that to that. Yeah, sorry. Right. This either connects to this end or that connects to that end. So these digits, just to mark it within my digit, or within this here, are 1, 7, 8, 9. And this one definitely isn't a 9. No. I think this one definitely isn't an 8. Oh, wait. We know which side this connect. It's this one. This one, I can't, without reflecting it, I can't actually connect this to that side, right? This 7, I can't make it be on that side, right? This 7 can only be over here. So actually, this is the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 side. And then we know there's a 7, 8, 9 up here, sort of a, I will very messily mark this like this, just so that I can remove the center marks there of 8 and 9. We know there's a 1 here, and that 1 is coming from there, not here, right? That one I can't connect over there. I could connect this here, but that's not where it needs to go. So actually, that's the 1, and it connects down there. Okay, so I have space 3 is next to space 6. And space 6 is also next to space 1. So I've got this like triomino of pieces that all connect. I'm trying to figure out how on earth to notate this. I'll do it like this. These two connect. These two connect. Maybe actually I want to do it in the middle. Maybe that's easier. These two connect. And these two connect. That kind of helps me visualize it a little bit. So if that's a 1, then we go pink, pink here, and yellow, yellow here would be the way that that would look. Does that actually work? I mean, I guess it kind of has to work because I have to put that combination of cells somewhere in the puzzle. Okay, so what do I want to do to extend that further? The thing I want to do to extend that further is note that I know where this thermometer connects, namely this thermometer end now has to connect to there, so I can make like those both orange now, say. And so I've got this little pattern here that shows up somewhere in the grid where I've got got the yellow connection. Well, sorry, let me just see what would happen if this really was 1, then we'd have the pink connection here. We'd have from the pink connection the yellow connection down. From the yellow connection, we'd then have the orange connection in this direction. And so we're saying if this is a 1, then I think we're saying this is a 2. Except isn't the 2 now going the wrong way? No, the 2 is going... No. The 2's going the wrong way. How did this work? Or how did this screw up? I somehow have screwed this up. Because that doesn't work, right? Let me just try and draw this in, just to make sure I'm visualizing this correctly. Okay, so this would come over here like this. This would come over down here. And then down one more cell. Oh, I flipped yellow and orange. No, I didn't. That is yellow orange. And then we'd be trying to draw a thermo into here. But that looks like I'm saying these 4 tiles always go in a circle that doesn't work, because I can't be doing that. Was one of my other deductions wrong? It's possible one of my other deductions was wrong. That's always a possibility. I feel like I'm somehow screwing up how this works. So I feel I've argued this entirely without reference to how they go, but everything has seemed so natural here so far. So I feel like something catastrophic has happened here. Okay, let me just, for the sake of my own sanity, the pink connection, wherever it goes, saying we go from pink to yellow, and then from yellow, we always come back to orange. Yellow, orange. Except that then I need it to be the case that the cell with 1 orange fits in the right spot with the spot with 1 pink, which they don't quite. Wait, no, they do. Wait, have I been screwed up this whole time on how this actually connects? No. Oh, I see now. I see. It does work, but not there. Conveniently, actually, what we're saying here is that these have to connect basically straight across like this. Except the problem with doing that here is that the German Whisper goes off the grid. And so 1 and 2 do go next to each other. They just don't go next to each other here. Is what we're saying. This has to happen somewhere else in the grid. Not necessarily in this orientation, but not somewhere where placing 2 would have this little piece go off the grid. Yeah, somehow in my head. So the thing I thought that was wrong, that was screwing me up this whole time, is because I was thinking, if 1 and 2 connect, it has to be this end that connects there. But that's not true. Of course, this end could connect there as long as I'm not talking precisely about it happening here. Okay, and so indeed, 2 does connect back to 1, but the way that 2 connects back to 1 is through this side, is what we're saying. So I'm going to make those blue, is what we've learned. So we've got actually a 2x2 square that we know what it looks like within the grid. And in particular, that 2x2 square that we know what it looks like within the grid is not this 2x2 square. So this isn't 1, and this isn't 2. So this is 7, and this is 9, which lets me fill those in. Okay, and so now this thing is not 7, 9, or 1, 2, 6. So this cell, because it's not one of these, and 7 and 9, we can just go ahead and mark how we connected them by putting a color on this side. That can be green, I suppose, is how those connected. So this thing is one of the other 3. It's 4, 5, or 8 are the only options for this cell. Is there any way I can fit 5 here? I would need to have these 2 sides would have to be the 2 adjacent sides that don't cut off the grid. Should be those 2, but that doesn't work because that would have to go into this corner like that. And now the problem is that now has this red piece poking up in here, and this one doesn't have a red piece. So that's, sorry, so this isn't 5, it's 4 or 8 only. Both have a red piece that pokes off here. Oh, it would have to be here, right? Because I know there's no red in here. This is completely clued. And this needs a white dot, which I have somehow customarily decided is that. And I'm going to, just for my sanity as I understand, so I'm going to color that connection as that. But there's no additional clues in here. These are done. I guess I'll color them in gray or something. It's going to look bad. But in particular, that means this red piece that is present in 4 or 8 actually shows up like that. It does not rotate 90 degrees, and it doesn't poke off the edge of the grid, but it can't poke into this box either. So I actually have a zipper line here that looks like this, which means this cell has a 1-length zipper line on it, which means that this is either 3 or 5. Those are the 2 that have that. Okay. 5 go that way. I don't think I know exactly which of those is happening. I do actually know there's always a white dot here. It's just then a question of whether there's an arrow here or not. Would sure love if this piece were piece 3, because we basically know how the entirety of the rest of the world works in that instance. So basically the other 2 pieces, the other 2 go next to each other. So the other 4, 8, and the other 5, 3 go next to each other. So 5, I guess we were saying, goes next to 4 or 8, and that's horizontal because we've got a 2x2 square that's either these or these. I guess we could center mark that we know these are part of my 1, 2, 3, 6 square. Okay, so in the world where this is 3, this has been rotated twice. That doesn't look great, right? In the world where this is space 3, we have to rotate this twice, which then means I've got my 1, 2, 3, 4 running across the bottom here from my thermo. That piece followed by this piece would be 2, 3, 4. And now this zipper is impossible. So this can't be 3. This actually is definitely 5. And we know exactly what it looks like. Which is that. So this one's done. Okay, and so therefore this is my square. My 1, 2, 3, 6 square. Which means this is the other 4, 8. Okay, and that other 4, 8, whichever one it is, has a red piece that needs to connect out. And so that piece that connects out, whichever way this is rotated, it has to be that way for my zipper. And now that locks into place my whole square, because now this is 1, because it needs to have the cap to that piece. And so now if I just do the colors, 1 has some yellows and some oranges. The orange, once I rotate it, makes those both blue, and these both pink. So hopefully that will help me mentally transcribe what is happening here. Oh, when I said 1, by the way, I meant 3. Unhelpfully. I was looking at the 1 in the center mark, not the 3 there. Hopefully that was clear. Uh-oh, that doesn't work. I somehow confused myself. One moment. At least I think I confused myself. So now this is a 2. But it's rotated wrong, right? Is the problem. Yeah, somehow I have now rotated my German whispers so they don't line up. Was there somehow a way around this? I don't think there was a way around this. Somehow I'm screwing up the directionality on my because in my version here, this thermo is running straight into this. I've done something wrong with my coloring here, haven't I? Let me just try and draw it. Okay, so if I just try and draw it, how I think this is going to work. This is going to go thermo up there. And then continues down there. And then we have this piece here. Does this now go off the grid that way? That doesn't work. So what I really need is for this to be 2. But that requires making everything backwards, doesn't it? So what I really need is for that line, I need this to be the blue side, which doesn't work with this needing to have a red piece hanging into it. So somewhere I think I made a logical leap that doesn't quite work. This would have been a great place to have a chameleon app to let people play with this. Why did I say this had to be 5 and not 8? Oh, sorry. 5 and not... Oh, and not 1, right? Not 1 was the thing I said. Okay, let me try and go through my logic again. Okay, so my original logic here didn't really involve anything to do with the grid, right? My original logic, let's just restart. Make this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So my original logic was just think about the pieces and don't think about the grid at all. And was, okay, certainly this needs a tail. The tail is going to be 3 long. So that's going to be this 7, 8, 9 business. There's no avoiding that at all. Which then means that this is going to be 2, 6, 3, 5, and 4, and one of these is going to be 1. But this piece has to actually fit up with the 6 side, and I can't make that end connect there, right? I wasn't meaning to put 1s here. Right, this piece can only connect that to that side. So that was my saying that these two are linked, which is now pink. Which means, in fact, actually we go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then we ask about how do we connect these two, and I can only connect that bulb here. I can't connect that bulb here. So that one is to connect along this side. And now this bulb needs to connect there, which means these two sides need to be the same. And so now we've got that these are all in a square pattern. Because wherever we've got, I'm just going to put a pink edge somewhere, non-discriminatory, there's a pink edge. One of these two, I guess, is going to have the green. So in this case, is there some sort of like weird handedness here? Like, that just can't be green, right? Is the point, right? The green, right. This pink isn't that cell, because that cell is not... Oh, no, this pink could be that cell. Or am I saying this pink isn't that cell? I mean, in this instance, this pink isn't that cell, because that would put green off the top of the thing. So I guess maybe what I should do is I should just say, just put this piece in this corner, just for the sake of argument, and just imagine what it's going to look like. That's going to be this piece coming down here, and now this other green piece, it has blue there, which is going to make this the blue edge. And so the ultimate punchline is that now these two pieces connect. Which makes sense, I suppose. And so I might as well just give those two a color. I'll make that dark blue. Okay, and of course this could rotate however I would like. But the important thing is, let me just try and draw in what all 4 of these cells look like. And again, I'm sort of imagining these sort of floating in the middle of nowhere. So in this pink-blue cell, this is going through the pink, over here, and down the side, and over to there. I guess this is a thermo. Maybe I should have made it orange, like thermos are wont to be, I suppose, question mark. There's also, on this, there's the green line. It goes down like that, and then down, over that way. Oh, I think I see what I screwed up, but we'll see once I've filled in all of this. Oh, right. This piece here. Oh, no, that piece is this piece. It also has a bulb over here. And that bulb runs across into the blue-green thing. So it runs across into the, like, blue armpit. And then it has a red piece that is in the opposite corner of this. So it's a red piece that runs off the grid. And it runs opposite the one side, so it runs down something like that. All of our things look like that. I think the problem is going to be that I'm going to have done this wrong, and I think this whole thing, I think that is going to slot in. Oh, no, that can't slot in there. That can't slot in there. That's still true that can't slot in there. Because the problem with that slotting in there is then this red would be running off the edge. So have I gotten all the clues off of all of these into this? Because I think I now know that, like, this is effectively locked because it's 3 wide in this direction. By effectively locked, all I mean here is that this is... this really is sort of... I've established a 3x3 grid in which to put these things. And so... so this is one of these two. This is 4 or 8 in this version. Okay, so what is this? And again, I'm trying to just pretend this isn't here for purposes of this. So this, by virtue of the fact that it has a connecting bit there, I think has to be 5 or 7. And then I'm going to try and rotate all of this around, probably by taking a picture with my phone after I'm done with it. Now... So that's 5 or 7. And so the other... 9 connects to the other 5 or 7. Which makes these two be 5, 7, or 9, right? Because if the 9 needs to connect to the other 5 or 7... Because it's not this 5 or 7 that the 9 is connecting to, because this 5 or 7 is connecting to the 2. So the 5, 7, and 9, the other 5, 7, and 9 need to connect. So these need to be a 5, 7, and a 9. Which means that in this version, this cell is the other 4, 8. in this orientation. Again, ignoring the green piece that's there. And I suppose just to fill this in, this is 1, this is 6, this is 3, and this is 2 in this universe. And so now the question is, we've got 1, 4, 8. Okay, and so the 1, no, the 3. Where's the other? Right. This the 5 needs the other 4, 8 needs to be next to the 5. So this 4, 8 needs to be next to the 5 because the 4, 8s are the ones that have these pieces. So in this case, this is actually this is the 5 is what I'm saying. Because we need those to connect. And so in this case, regardless of whether this is 4 or 8, we've got some piece over here. And now this 5 here looks like that. And now these are 7, 9. And 7 and 9 hook up with 7 on the left, but not 7 on the right. Oh, no, 7 and 9 could be on the left or the right, I think. We could rotate the 9 so that this German Whisper runs across the bottom. Or we could rotate this so that the rotate both the 7 and the 9 so that it runs across the top. Okay, so notably, in this universe, I need to have a 2-segment whisper in one of these places, and the only place it can go is here. So actually, it looks like this is what we actually have. And so if that's the case, then this is 7, and this is 9. Okay, and I don't know about the 4 8s yet. That's going to have to be resolved after I draw this out. But I think I can reproduce this whole grid now with it in the correct place if I just take a picture and rotate my camera physically. Okay, let me attempt to reproduce this picture drawn like that. Okay, so clear everything out of here. I'm just trying to clear out only this grid and not the other grid. Oh, YouTube. Okay. So, I have this correct. We have a green coming down here. This is box 7. This is box 9. This is going to be box 5, and it's going to contribute one of these. We have a one of these coming across, with this being box 4 or 8. I don't know which one yet. The other box 4, 8 is down here. This is also box 4, 8. And then this is going to be box 1, box 2, box 3, and box 6. With this looking like this. Oops. And this looking like this. Okay, so did I get it right? Uh-oh. That says I don't have it right. Really? Are you sure? Okay, what have I done wrong? Have I misproduced one of these pieces? Piece 1 looks correct, which is a real problem, because if piece 1 is correct, then those should be 7, 8, 9. 6 looks correct. 3 looks right. 4 and 8 look fine. 2 looks right. 5 looks right. 7 and 9 look right. But you really don't think this is a 7? Super confused here. What have I done horribly wrong? I haven't misrotated anything, have I? I don't think so. And that's not going to be a 1 either. Oh, no, this is broken. I know this is broken. I already argued that this was broken. Because I can't have this down here. This is broken because I want this to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's going to be looking at that. Oh, yeah, this is insta-broken. How am I possibly going to fix that with the 1 looking like it is? I swear there's no way to make this 7, 8, 9, which is what I feel like you would have to do in order to make this. Yeah, this is fascinating. Okay, so what logical step did I screw up here? Because I feel like I argued all of this very carefully. But definitely the wrong part is I just can't have, even that is already screwed up, because that's going to require me put a 1, 2, 3, 4 looking at a zipper in its entirety. And that's not going to work because I can't make two numbers that are at least 5 add to a single digit number. So somehow you can't make that bulb go there. Somehow one of my arguments about what could rotate to go where was wrong, I think, is the point of all of this. I know what it is. Do you know what it is? Are you are you horribly upset by all of this as I am? It's that the thermos in this puzzle are backwards. So I have to do this again, keeping in mind that thermos are backwards, which is going to make this piece, of course, work. But now I have to think about the consequences of this again a little bit more carefully. Okay, so I don't think this is going to change anything too radically, but we have to think about it a little bit carefully. So the important argument here is these can't be 1, 2, 3 now. So all the arguments were correct, except we need to reverse everything and then the world won't break. But then that's going to have some implications about how these get placed. This can't be 1, 2, 3 because the only low would be 4. It would have to go in the middle. That doesn't work. So that makes this 1, 2, 3. Put these box numbers in here again. I think almost all of this is going to translate over. Okay, so there's my 1, 2, 3, which makes these be makes one of these a 9. And in particular, that 3 needs to plug into that end and not that end. So this goes 4, 5. Oh, sorry. Goes 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the 9 that this connects to is that one. Okay, which means that we'll again do our gluing here with the colors just to make life a little bit easier. If it makes it easier, I'm not 100% sure. The bulb here means that 8 goes there, so these can be green. These now line up, so those can be pink. And now, again, I have guaranteed that these two actually connect like this, right? Because I've got, the pink and the blue are going, if you sort of imagine this piece rotating over here, or I could just draw it in the grid, I suppose. These two are actually going to end up connecting along this line once I do this. So these two connect. Okay, and so the punchline again is that this is not space 2, because space 2, this is not space 1, because if this was space 1, this would be space 2, but oriented in a way that would go off the edge of the grid. So instead, this is the only other thing it can be, which is that this is space 7. And space 7 needs something to catch it that is not one of these. And the only available thing is space 9, which looks like this. Oops. So the argument that was wrong, or it was the one about the one that doesn't generalize, is you can't put 1, 2, 3, 4 along a thing looking at a zipper, which is a beautiful step that just was not actually a step in the puzzle. Okay, so this is 9. Okay, and these are, for all intents and purposes, done. That's the 7. Okay, and so now these are, or this one is 4, 5, or 8. Oops. Now 5, I actually know where 5 goes in this whole story, because 5 is has a whisper that needs to connect to something. And so 5 is actually plugging directly into 2. In fact, they're oriented exactly like this, right? Because that end of the whisper connects over there, so this end of the whisper connects up here. So in fact, we can actually sort of, this is what I really should have done. I really should have sort of extended my pattern here so that I know that these go together. Now this goes to one of the 4 8s. In particular, this definitely isn't 5, because 5 needs a 4 8 in one direction from it, and a 2 in the other, and 9 is neither of those things. So this is never a 5. This is a 4 8. So that makes this always be a 3 or a 5, one of the two that have these little clippies on them. The little one cell things. And that means that we always get that. Okay, so this is either... Okay, how does this actually end up looking if I actually think about where a purple edge ends up going? Because if this is 5, I put a purple edge here, right? I can't put the purple edge here, because if this is a 5 and I put the purple edge here, now the pink edge is running off the edge of the board. So if this is a 5, I put the purple edge here, and now I put a blue edge here, and that doesn't work either. So this is not a 5. This is a 3. Which means we've locked in where our square is, because our square connects to green and yellow. Green and pink, I should say. Oops. And that's got to be this is the edge with the edge coming off. So that means that this direction is green. This one is pink. And then once we fill that in, hopefully this all works out now. Okay, pink connects to purple on the opposite side and blue on the near side. Blue connects to lighter blue on this side. Okay, so we can fill in numbers for all of those sectors. So this is 1. This is 2. This is apparently 3. Yeah, this was 6. This was 5, and this is the other 4, 8. Right, the other 4, 8, right. And the other 4, 8, remember the 5. So let's draw all of these in, and it'll make sense, hopefully. Okay, so the thermometer starts here in 3 next to the green. Well, one thermometer starts next to the green, one thermometer starts next to the pink. But the long thermometer, I guess, starts next to the green, because then the green-blue side goes like that, which then cuts back through here. And so if I want to try the thing I did before, of does this really work, I should plug in 1, 2, 3 and click check, and it will be happy. Okay, so okay, but let's finish this setting up the puzzle. Okay, this going into 2, the thermo does that. Let's see. For 5, yeah, sorry, for 2, I should just draw in also the this piece, which looks like that. If I do that, yep, I can do that. Okay, so now 5, this comes through here, and then I've got my red piece up here, my zipper, if you will. Now, cutting back into 1, this whisper continues over like that. Okay, and do I have all the clues? Oh, I have a couple white dots. Oh, I don't know exactly where the white dots go, because I've still got to figure out this whole bit with the where the arrow goes. But I think having done this, and filling in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think I'm going to call this episode here for today, and we'll pick up tomorrow, and having set up the puzzle, we'll actually solve the puzzle. Doesn't that sound nice? So let's do our best to have everyone have a great day, and I'll see all of you real soon. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye for now.